Hello, happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour here in the evening, and I work on projects from beginning to end, so you guys can be part of the whole process along the way. Feel free to ask questions and join in the sewing and stitching. Thanks for joining me. I see you guys popping in. All right, you guys, it is a new block Thursday for the Splendid Sampler 2. We are working on the Splendid Sampler 2 quilt along. Be sure to check out thesplendidsampler.com and the Splendid Sampler on Facebook to see what everyone is doing for this. Pat Sloan and Jane Davidson, the authors, are having a quilt along, and every Thursday they release 4 new blocks from the book that everyone kind of works on together. So I am going to actually continue our quilting of some of those blocks tonight. So I'm not going to, we have this square here to do and some background to fill in, and I'd love to finish this tonight. So we're going to do some more free motion quilting on this square. And then first we're going to check out the new blocks though. So we'll look at the new blocks and get this free motion quilting done on this block. That is the plan for tonight. Thanks again for joining me, you guys. I'm going to flip you around. Let's get going. All right. So let's check out these new blocks. I just went through. They have they have an index of the blocks, and I have been kind of marking off the ones we have completed, and there are actually not many more blocks here to do. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, that's a little bit more than I thought. But so it looks like there's about 25 blocks, unless I missed some, but about 25 blocks that have not been released yet. So we're getting there, you guys. That's 3/4 of the way through, and obviously not 3/4 of the way through for my finished blocks. My finished blocks are in the highlighter here, and oh, I got a long way to go yet. But the bonus is that my whole quilt's going to be quilted before before anyone else, basically, because I'm doing the Quilt As You Go technique, where we quilt it in smaller sections as we go, and then oops, sorry you guys, I hit the camera. We bind them together as we go. So here's another section of 4. And here is my little binding. There's a kind of a front and back binding here, and that's what's holding all of these smaller squares together. So we will be completely done. All we're gonna have to do is throw a binding on this, and we will be done. So I'm not too sad that I'm this far behind in the blocks, because I am ahead in the quilting. But all right, you guys, I am going to show you these new blocks for the week. Okay, so we have Pinwheel Magic by Marilyn Foreman. This is on page 20. I almost decided to do this block tonight, but you know what? I just really did not want to cut any fabric. So cutting the fabric, like cutting all the rectangles and everything to get started, is totally my least favorite part of the process. And you know what? I'm just like, let's just finish our quilting. But I do want to get back to doing some blocks again here soon. So we'll jump on some blocks. And I haven't done, I have a lot of patchwork blocks, like ones that don't have applique and don't have embroidery, just straight patchwork blocks. I have a lot of those that I haven't done yet. So it's gonna be, we're gonna need a week or 2 of just doing some patchwork blocks, I think. But anyway, here's one, Pinwheel, page 20 and 21. Then we have Spinning Star. This is by Shelley Robson. This is on page 35. Again, this is another very like cute pieced one. Look at all these little fun triangles. Man, I don't think I've ever done anything like that, just little triangles like this. So that's going to be pretty interesting. It looks like you do a half, or it looks like you put a triangle in the corner and then slice it is kind of what it looks like. So that'll be interesting. Haven't done anything like that before. All right, let's keep going. Okay, next up, Sewing Circle. This is by Andy Knowlton. Very cute again. I checked this one out as well. So these circle shapes, these are actually appliqued. So what you do is you applique a circle onto a backing fabric and then slice it up and reuse it. So this is actually stitched down along, like on the surface, along these curved edges. So I thought that was kind of a neat technique. You could do some fancy stitching there, like little play with your fancy stitches on your sewing machine or something. That would be kind of fun. But these colors are awfully pretty too. All right, yes, Gretchen, all of these quilt blocks have been an adventure. I totally agree. I have learned something with every single one of these blocks for sure. Oh, and the last one for the day is My Happy Place by Pat Sloan. She's one of the authors here. A very sweet looking applique of a sewing machine. So that will be another fun one. Man, this has got embroidery, it's got applique, lots of applique. Look at all those little pieces there. So that'll be kind of fun. We did a similar one to this in the first Splendid Sampler, and I did it all needle turn, so it might be fun. There's so many pieces in here that maybe I'll do this one, just the raw edge applique. That'll make it go quick. I don't know. We'll see. So that's on page 88. So those are the 4 new blocks for this week. If you want to see a bajillion versions of this block, I mean, of all these blocks, it's really incredible. Go to, on Facebook, go to The Splendid Sampler on Facebook. Then you'll see just everyone who's working on these 4 blocks. You'll see what their blocks look like. And it really is something else that the same block, like the same block, just in different colors, different fabrics, looks so different and has such a different feel. It's just really cool. All right, so that is that. You know, Gretchen says you think your old-fashioned heat and bond goes bad. I had some fusible. So heat and bond is a fusible web where you can fuse like applique shapes onto a backing. Like it's kind of like a paper with glue on either side. I think mine, I have some of that's very old that has gone bad too. So I think that's a thing. I haven't really heard that anywhere, but my old stuff doesn't work either. So this might be something that you have to just get occasionally, which kind of is a bummer. Maybe it's just that one brand. I'm not sure, but I've had some of that too that has, for some reason or another, not worked well. Okay, you guys, here we are. So we've spent, I think, 2 days on this block. So we started out here. You can kind of see our quilting. We tried to make it look like a snowflake. We added some little like snowflakey, cutesy bloops on the corners. And on the back, here's what it looks like. On the back, it really looks like a cool snowflake. I love that. And we mimicked some of these orange peel shapes, which are similar to what's on the front here. So I think that was a neat idea. Then we just did these string of pearl type quilting where we just do a line and then a circle, and then we have to backtrack a little and then do the next line or the next circle. So you got to do like half. You got to do a full circle and then another half of a circle. And so we just kind of did that all over pattern, just right over the top of this design, which I kind of think is neat. So this is an example of not using your design to dictate the quilting. It's just throw a pattern on top, and we haven't really done much of that, and that I really like that. I don't think it takes away from the block at all. I think it actually puts some emphasis on there because you get to see all these goofy shapes within the block. I think that's kind of neat. And then yesterday we did the clock, And we just traced everything here. So we traced the outside, we traced the circles, we added a little mouse here, and we filled in some of the background shapes a little bit more. So it was a little bit more dense stitching. Here's that little mouse. It's something. So this was just kind of fun. Good practice doing the circles. I need a lot of work on those circles because those are pretty wonky looking still. So what we have left is this down here, and then we have some background to fill. I thought we'd fill the background, we'd keep filling with these circles, and maybe that will connect like the top, it'll connect all the block together, I think. So we talked about maybe doing some more circles. I'm just not quite sure how we want to do that. So let's think about that a little. We talked about maybe doing a swirl, but I think a swirl would take away the idea of practicing circles a little bit because I could just free form a swirl. So I do think it'd be fun to maybe we do a circle around all like where these square points meet. We do a circle, but then I don't know how to get to the next circle. Like if we do another circle using the next set of points, how do we get out there? That's always the trick for me, is how do we keep a continuous line? That's my fear of free motion quilting, is how to do the next part. So we could do a circle, and we could just kind of, let's see, we could do a little decorative bloop, and maybe that bloop would get me to the next point. I don't know. What do you think, you guys? Someone said X's and O's. Oh, okay, let's think about that. We could do like a circle here, and an X. Well, an X would get me to the next spot, and I could get around in a circle. We'd have to do some backtracking a little bit. I mean, we could do it in a way where we do a line on every grid. I'm just not sure. You know, or we could just say meh to this whole idea and do these lines, travel along a seam. But the problem is that on the back we would see that seam. That's what I don't want to have happen. We could just jump. You know what? Why don't we just jump like how we did here to the next thing? I just want to practice circles. Let's go around this circle, jump to the next line, go around this circle, next line, and then do it again and see what happens. I think let's start there. We could maybe do like a zigzag in between. Maybe that's what we do. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do a circle, and then I'm going to jump to where my next circle should be and do that circle, and then we'll fill in the line in the middle. And then we'll jump to the next circle and then, I don't know, do something else. Let's just start. I think at some point we just got to get going, and maybe we'll figure it out as we go. Gina, I have not done, well, you know, I've kind of done big stitch quilting, but I don't think maybe in the way that you mean. So I have done actually the first quilt that I ever did, I hand stitched it, where I with some like pearl cotton floss or something, I hand stitched all of the quilting, and that was really fun. I would totally do that again. Scissors, here you are. But I have not done that in a long time, and I would love to. So let me know if I'm talking about a different thing, but are you talking about just kind of like hand stitching the top? Because I would love to do a project like that. So I would actually love to do a project, and I have a lot of, this might actually be in the future. So I have a lot of muslin fabric. So I make embroidery kits, right? And it has all the kits have some muslin fabric like this in, but whenever a piece of fabric is a little dirty, or like in this case, this one had some printing on, and so things like this don't end up in the kits. I end up saving all of this fabric. And I've been sewing them together into like quilt fronts, so just kind of like quilts. So I was thinking it would be fun to, with like embroidery floss, stitch onto this muslin, use that to quilt some of these fronts of these quilts together. So that would be like big, using like big stitches to stitch things together. It is really pretty, and I do want to do that. All right, I'm going to try and do a circle here, and I'm going to connect at all these points. This might be a total disaster, but we're giving it a try. I like the idea of a circle because, you know, we have this compass here that's kind of like a circle. All right, I'm going. Okay, that was a circle. Definitely got a little off base here, but I was pretty close. I was thinking circle this whole time. So, all right, you know what? I need to jump up to where I want the next circle part to be. And again, I want to do the same thing. We could just echo, or I could just do like some bump outs. So here's the trick, how to get to the next one. It'd be fun to just do some squiggles. Let's, all right, for sure I know that this is going to be part of the next block here. I mean, if we go out, you know what? All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm just going to jump up. We're just doing a thing here now. Totally experimenting. I just traveled up there. I'm going to do this second circle, and then I think I'm going to go back to the inside and just do a couple little back and forth deals. I really don't know what I'm doing right now, but we're giving it a go. Okay, a circle would go. Let's see. It would come out here. Come out here and then join the, okay, I got it. If I don't have it, then whatever. All right, I'm stopping quick. I gotta get these strings out of the way. All right, we got a little donut going here. Let's remove these. Kind of want to backtrack to where I was a little bit. All right, I'm gonna just go do it like a little zigzag to the center here again. We're straight just filling this in. And we're gonna see what it looks like. We're trying something. This, though, I think would be kind of a cute idea if we were doing that double batting. This one is we only have a single thing of batting here, but doing like dense to not so dense is a really cool look when you have when you're using really fluffy batting, because the denser you stitch, the more it squishes everything down, so it's a flatter area. And then the areas that aren't stitched poof up more because there's nothing holding it down. This is gonna maybe look like a sunflower. This isn't such a bad idea. Or like a little, like a sun, which you know, goes with the compass thing a little bit. Trying to find where your north, south, east, west is using the sun. So that kind of goes together. it's kind of like an eye. Ooh, it is kind of like an eye. Okay, Bonnie, that's a fun idea. All right, let's think about that a little bit. So I've kind of made an iris of an eye a little bit here, haven't I? So there is opportunity to turn it into an eye, although, all right, you know what? I'm gonna draw an eye out. I have a little problem with that because I already kind of, so I have the iris like this already, and typically with an eye, it covers some of that circle. So I'm gonna just draw, let's see if I can make this into an eye where it's, where I still can see the whole thing. All right, so I can go like that. Okay, keep in mind, you guys, that I did go to art school. You know, I can sort of draw an eye. So, you know, don't feel bad if you can't draw an eye right away. But yeah, okay, so we kind of have this going. So this we just filled in with all our little bits there. All right, so I think I can just hover on the top. And, oh, this is kind of fun. Ooh, I kind of like this. All right, let's go with this. So I think I can just touch the top of this eye, which is great because I can travel to the next place. I can get to the top here, and I think I can kind of, yes, exactly, Gina. It goes with seek and you shall find. I love it. Okay, I really like this. So, all right. Now I got to figure out how to travel, right? So, okay, I did the circle part. Let's get to the top, which shouldn't be that hard. I'm kind of right here. Like you are here. I'm about right here. So I can get back to up here. I think we maybe go this way. I think maybe I should draw this on with a water-soluble marker kind of too. Or I could just, I could eyeball it, pun intended. So, all right, I can just kind of swoop down here, do this little tear duct area, just kind of, I don't know, go back and forth a little bit, and then come down. When should I do the lashes? I think I'm gonna have to come back and do the lashes because I don't think I'll be able to do that at the same time. I don't think I can handle that. So I'll go back, I'll go here, and then I'll go back up. And then I'll get some of these lashes in. I'll get this little top of the eye mark, finish these lashes, and then I'll come back down and do the lashes. So I should end up about here. Okay, there's my plan. Okay. Oh my God, you guys, I think I need to draw it out. We're gonna do a quick, I'm gonna just sketch it out here with my needle down. This is gonna be crazy. So, all right, I got my water-soluble pen here. I'm gonna use this as a guide. Okay, so I'm gonna come down here like this. I mean, it kind of runs into our snowflake here a little bit, so I'm gonna try and cheat it a little bit. Then we'll come down here, get the bottom of it. I'm just gonna, this isn't gonna be perfect. I just wanna kind of know where I'm headed. So a lot of this is gonna get cut off, I have to remember, so let's try and make this a skinny eye. All right, and then we'll go up here. Okay. And let's start the lashes kind of off here. We'll end up there going off the page a little bit. That'll give me a good enough guide. All right, and then we need this like top of the lid deal. That will go up here a little bit. So this may be a little goofy, but it won't be so horrible. And then we need lashes going up here. And we'll eyeball some of these. I just want to draw them in so I get kind of a decent angle of them. All right. All right, I think I got it enough. I think I got a plan here. All right, let's get back up to the top there. This may be a disaster, but we'll see. Oh yeah, we could backtrack. So I could go around this eye a couple times. Ooh, this is gonna be a little bit like thread painting. Do you guys know about thread painting? That's like where people put whole textures and whole colors. So if I was using a different color, like let's say we're making a green eye, if I had green thread in here, I would go back and forth and do a bunch of stitching of green, and then maybe I'd use like a little bit of a hazel color and put some of that in there too and whatever, and we would just be moving back and forth. I could do a little bit of that, like going around a few times just to get kind of, yeah, like a heavier eye look to it. I don't know, we're going to experiment here a little bit. All right, so first I'm going to swoop down and get this part of the eye. Okay, so this is kind of the tear duct part. You know what? I think we are going to do that. So I'm going to just do the outline, and then we're going to come back around and we're going to add some definition. I'm going to come back and add like the eyeball and the eyelashes and all that the second time around. We'll get a few angles, a few times going here. That'll add to the definition. I agree. I think that's good. So here we go. You can start seeing this swoop. Okay, so now I'm going to come back around and do this part of the eye. That'll actually help me a little bit too, because usually the top lid covers the pupil a little bit here, or the iris. So this, by having it heavy, that'll kind of allow me to go over it again. All right, so we kind of have the initial shape here. Let's see, what was my next part that I was going to do? And the top of the lid is a little heavier too. So, okay, I'm going to retrace my line, and now I'm going to add like the circular part of the eye. Like, you know, there's a ball of an eye in here, so we kind of need to make that shape and the tear duct stuff. And then I'll come back and I'll add like a little lower lid line, and then we'll add lower eyelashes. Okay, cool. Oh, this is fun. I'm excited now. This is great. All right. So we're coming down here again. It gives me practice on going over a place that we've already gone before. All right, so here I'm going to kind of just stop, and I think we're going to just, yeah, and I'm going to just kind of add some more shapes in there, and we're going to just go around that tear duct area again just to make it a little more bold. All right, I think that's good. Now let's get this bottom line again. Again, this is practice in backtracking over shapes that I've done before. All right, let's see. I think I need a little, I gotta remember how to draw an eye again. So, all right, I think we kind of need like a lower lid a little bit. I wonder if I can just connect it a little bit, because then we can keep going. All right, we're going to do that. Grip it, come here. So I'm going to get up to the top here, but then I'm going to come back down here, and I'm going to add like a lower lid a little bit, and then we're going to come back and do the lashes. All right, so here's kind of my lower lid. Ooh, that ended up a little weird, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to add lashes. I'm a little scared about this part, but let's do it. I'm just going to go there and back, and I'm going to just try and keep the angles going up. Ooh, I think really I should stop when I hit a point. It's a little like stop and then go back. I think my points end up a little bit better when I do that. Okay, we're getting these lower ones. I gotta start angling up this way. This one will be interesting on the back. So a lot of this is gonna get cut off again when we sew it in. I know, Debbie, that's what I was thinking too. I can't wait to see what the back's gonna look like. Because on the back, that's where we can really see the definition. Because on the back, we just have the one the one color fabric. With all the busyness on the front, it's hard to tell sometimes. All right, am I up to the top? I think I might be. All right, that's gonna be my last bottom lash. All right, now I need to figure this out again. Okay, I'm gonna get back up to the top because I didn't double up that line yet. And then I'm gonna come back here and then I'm gonna do like that upper lid thing. Upper lid thing and come back. Maybe I'll do that upper lid thing now and then come back. And then I gotta finish this path and then start lashes here. Okay, that's my plan. All right, how's this upper lid thing work? I'm not great at drawing eyes, so I don't quite know the anatomy very well, but we're quilting, we're winging it here. All right, that's what we're gonna do. That's the eyelid thing. It wouldn't connect to the eye here, but we're quilting and I want to stay connected here. All right. Now I'm following the eye again. All right, and now I'm gonna start doing lashes over the top. Okay. Wonder what this looks like. It's gonna be a pile of crazy. All right, doing these eyelashes. Let's get a little further down. And I could probably draw a ton of lashes in here, but we're just gonna keep it trying to get the idea across. It is kind of fun just drawing though with quilting and just letting it be whatever it's gonna be. It's kind of a fun way of doing it. Well, if anything, I do think it's going to look like an eyeball at least, so I don't think people will be confused at what it is, so that's a win. Okay, so this is the part that's going to be kind of cut off. All right, I like it. You could sew around the eyeball again to get it to stand out. Oh, that's true. So yeah, let's do that. I could sew around this eyeball again. Yeah, I like that. And that'll be another practice of a circle. So let's do that. And then I need to get out of here again so I can do the background. Okay, here's the plan. I am going to go back here. I'm going to sew around this eye again. Maybe I'll even go around twice just to really get that iris. Maybe I'll even travel to the middle again and get another circle in there. We'll go back to the outside and I'm gonna like follow out here and then I'll be outside. I'll be outside where it's gonna be sewn together. Then I can travel down to where we left off with these background circles and I'll just start going up and down and filling in the rest of it with these pearls, these hanging pearl things. Okay, woohoo, that is the plan for finishing this guy. Okay, I like it. All right, so here I'm going around this outer circle again, and really, I think at this point I'm not gonna go all the way around like a circle. I'm gonna go down and back. Because that will, remember I said that the upper lid and the lower lid wouldn't allow a full perfect circle there. It would cover it up a little bit, and I think by exaggerating these outside arcs, I think we'll get that idea across a little bit better. All right, but I am going to travel back to the middle here. We're just drawing. That's fun. I am going to go around this middle circle again. So this is the opposite direction that I went earlier. I'm going to go around twice because why not? I'm actually going to go out so I end up at the top. All right, now I'm going to go out to the edge and we'll start the background. We'll add one more eyelash. There we go. All right, I am out of the quilt now. This is going to be cut. This is going to be part of the seam allowance. So, all right, let's leave. So I'm going to unclip this. I'm going to travel down along the edge, the part that'll be in the seam allowance. And we're going to get to back where we kind of left off with these string of pearls. So let's just go straight down. This is also going to kind of attach the front to the back here. All right, remember we added extra fabric down here too, so this definitely will not be in the quilt. This is going to be actually cut off. Okay, so here you can see, here's our last kind of pearl. I'm gonna start another row here. So let's just travel up there. Think about right about there. Let's do a little circle. Practicing circles, this one. All right, and then we do actually have to go around our fun shape again that we did here. From the snowflake. All right, now we can go straight up from there again, adding our circles along the way. Oops, I did the circle the wrong direction, so I'm doing the circle through the line. Oh gosh. All right, we got to remember how to do this one. That one was a little mistake. All right, now I got to go around our shape again. Wow, this is really practice in backtracking over our shapes too. All right, now we're ready. Straight line, let's add a circle. And then the other half, there we go, back to the top. Add another circle. Little baby circle. Let's add another one of those. Move our hands and breathe. Let's do a little bigger one. All right, and back to the top. All right, it's going to be a little bit easier coming down because I can see where I'm going, but okay, I feel like I have the groove again of this. So let's scooch over a little. We'll do our next row here. So we're going to be hitting our clock soon, so we won't have many places to go, and we're going to hit the eye at the bottom too, so we'll have to see what we do there. Add a circle. I'm using my seams as a guide. Oh yeah, there's a little mousy. I'm using the seams as my guide to hopefully sew kind of straightish lines here. Trying to start and stop in the same spot. Oh gosh, that was crooked though. The moment I say it, then I mess it up. Okay, I'm kind of at the edge there. I'm going to just sew right through that. A little baby circle here. All right, so I'm going to hit that eye. So I'm going to have to trace the eye and then like continue where I left off. Definitely practice in traveling. That's what it's called, traveling. So we did a lot of traveling in some of the feathers. When we learned how to do feather designs, there was traveling involved. So I suppose it's good practice. And I mean, these circles, I have to go over the other half of the circle again. Okay, we're at the bottom. So let's see. We kind of have to fill this space at the bottom, but we have some middle space to fill too. I think I'm going to fill this space at the bottom all the way over, and then we'll use that as a guide when we get to the top of the eye of where to go some more. And I'm gonna totally ignore this embroidery. I'm gonna stitch right over the top of it. I think that'll be totally fine. So let's scooch over a little, travel along here. I'm gonna actually even do a circle around the embroidery. Let's see how the embroidery acts with all my stitching. I think it'll be totally okay. Yep, I sewed right through it and I can still read it, so that's good. All right, back up to the eye. Ooh, gosh, I think that wasn't very straight. I'm gonna travel along that eye again. Let's do another one here. All right. You know, I may need to just practice in like literally drawing circles. I have the needle. Yep. I have the tiger. I have the needle. All right. Let's keep going. I'm going to add another circle. We'll do a bigger one. All right. I'm going to go right through the lashes there. That's a definite oval. All right. Gosh, that really is too. I think I just need to learn how to draw a circle, period. Okay, I do want maybe one more row here. Gosh, you know what? I think I should almost travel back down and start my row here and go up. Although this is all going to be cut off. Should I even bother here? I don't think so. I think I'm going to not even do anything at the edge here. Let's call this the last row. So I'm going to travel along the eye here for a bit. There we go. So this is about where, if I continue this line, that's about where it stops. So I'm going to just go up till where it hits the clock, because I'm not going to go through the clock. And again, this is all going to get trimmed, so I don't think I'm going to put another row there. So this is it. I'm just going to fill in this little spot, and then I think I'm calling it. So I just need to look at my lines at the bottom and continue, like just eyeball where they start and stop. So about right here is the next one. Oh, the puns. Okay, there's the next one. Next one is about right there. So I'm gonna this is that eyelid line. All right, I think there. We'll do a big circle here. Man, I think if I just breathe and slow down, my circles get a lot better. There's always a bloop in there, though. Okay, next one, about right there. We'll do a small circle here. Oh, I should probably continue these down into the eye, or yeah, we'll just stop at this upper lid. All right, so here's going to be my last one. Let's get that lid going a little further. There we go. Okay. All right, that circle felt kind of good. All right, and we're there, you guys. I think we're done. Let's see. Yep, I think I got all those spots. I'm gonna take this off and let's see what we got. Let's see what this looks like on the back. Such a funny thing, this eyeball. All right, I'm going to get up here. Ooh, you can see the eye from the front too. A lot of times I think it's a little difficult to see the quilting on the front. But here, at least with this light, you can kind of see it. All right, let's flip it. It looks like an eye, I think. Let's snip the rest of this off. I think it's fun. It's goofy with this weird snowflake thing next to it, but I like it. It was just fun. It's just fun to draw. So there we go. I think it looks eye-like. Now I'm getting all finicky. But yeah, I like it. It was fun doing all these lines in the middle too. And I think going over it a few times was a good idea. And when we wash this, it's gonna poof up even more. What I really like though, like I kind of really like how this pattern ended up in this background. You know, like I said last night, I wasn't sure if when I first learned this, if I really liked this string of pearls design, but it is cute on a, like just as an all over background, don't you think? And this will get a cut off. So remember, this will be trimmed. So that's why I didn't put any here, because this is going to be trimmed to about there. I like it. I think it is cool. And it was just fun. All right, good idea, you guys. I forget who mentioned it here, but that was fun. Yeah, see, I knew something was going to happen once we started. Sometimes you don't need a full idea. Sometimes you just need to start. But I think it looks good from the front, too. I love how it framed. How this circle framed our little embroidery there. I think that kind of honors the design a little bit. Once we get this wet, all of my my blue drawings will go away. Oh, Bonnie did. Okay. Thank you, Bonnie. Yes. I think that was a fun idea. I really like it. That was a lot of fun to do. Okay, you guys, I'm going to flip you around. We'll take a look at this so you can see what it looks like with a person next to it, which it always changes, I think, a little bit once you see what it looks like by a person. And then we'll call it a night. This is another finished block. So right now we have two. Here's our other one, which I just love too. Here's the background of the other one. This one's with that super poofy, the double layer of batting. Oh, let's look. So, I mean, I think it's super poofy compared to this. Man, yeah, I definitely want to do more with the double layer stuff. I think that's just really fun. So we have two here that we are ready to trim up, and then we'll be ready to do the quilt as you go technique. We do actually have, oh my gosh, you guys, we have so much. We have two more to do here yet. So I don't know. It'd be nice to get caught up a little on this. So we could keep quilting. We could keep doing these two more. But I'm kind of tempted to trim these and get them in the rest of our quilt. Because this is 3 across, we need 2 more on here. We could just keep adding. But then I'd have to change presser feet and everything. Maybe we should just keep quilting. I don't know, we'll see. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna flip you around and we'll take a look at this and we'll just see what we do tomorrow. All right, hello again, you guys. All right, yeah, great idea. Idea. That's cute, Gina. Bonnie, let's see. So here is the full thing. Again, it's hard to see from the front, which I think is fine if you can't quite see the quilting from the front because we're still trying to show off our blocks, right? And then I think it's just a bonus on the back. Yeah, that eye is cool. I like it. Neat. Oh, fun. All right. I had a lot of fun quilting this one. Man, it's just neat trying these things out and just playing around. And it's okay to just play around with this quilting too. Doesn't have to be a whole perfect meander. The meandering still scares me with free motion quilting. But yeah, so this is good practice on circles for sure. We did a lot of circles here. I don't know if I got any better at the circles, but it was practice nonetheless. So all right, you guys, thank you again for joining me. If you quilt any eyes in any of your projects, show me. I want to see. So, all right, you guys, I will get this back up on, I'll get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies if you want to see how we drew that eye out again. And I will be here tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time here on the Penguin and Fish Facebook page. So thanks again, you guys. Have a fabulous rest of your evening or day if you're overseas, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.